Hey guys, a lot's happened these past few days, and I've had a lot of time to reflect.
Alright, so the KSI versus DanTDM situation just got even worse. And so, in case you don't know, what's been going on is that KSI and DanTDM have been beefing because KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast jointly launched a product named Lunchly. And what Lunchly is this collection of foods combined together into this one package, and it's a lot like Lunchables. And the components are one Prime bottle, which is the brand that KSI and Logan Paul have, and one Mr. Beast Feastables bar. And then alongside that, there's going to be one variable item of food. And the weird thing is that they were presenting it as something healthy. And online, people called them out and said, hey, look, it has Prime and it has a chocolate bar, and the food item that it has isn't even healthy. So then one of the people that were the ones that called them out on this was DanTDM. And DanTDM said that, hey, look, this isn't healthy, and you're selling it to children, and it's just bad for them, and you're just doing this to get even richer. And by the way, keep in mind, these three guys, KSI, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, they have a ton of money, dude. They don't need more, but hey, they just want to make even more. And so, that's just how it goes. And DanTDM called them out on it. He put out one tweet, and then ever since then, it's just been a complete disaster. And Logan Paul and KSI have been making reaction after reaction, response after response to that one tweet that DanTDM put out. And now things have gotten to the point where KSI has dropped an apology video. So this is his apology to DanTDM. So, let's see what KSI has to say.
Hey guys, a lot's happened these past few days, and I've had a lot of time to reflect and really understand everything that's happened and all of my actions. And first of all, I want to I want to apologize. I want to say sorry. I can't do it. Hey yo, drink Prime and eat Lunchly, motherfucker. Stay mad, DanTDM fans. Womp womp.
Alright, so now I'm gonna pause the video and say that I'm giving out shoutouts on this channel to people who subscribe, hit the bell, and comment, I subscribed. And then in the next video, I'll give you a shoutout. Now, as for the last video, I wanna give out a shoutout to Q14. Thanks for the subscribe. Now, back to the video. Alright, KSI. Yeah, classic KSI. What could we expect from him? So, let's just start at the beginning. At the beginning, he does that infamous YouTuber apology video sigh. Every time a YouTuber does an apology video, they begin it and they do that sigh. They're just like, guys, so that crazy thing that happened, guys. Yeah, so he just starts off with that, and then he gives us an Oscar worthy performance right there with his acting skills. And he pretends like it's an actual apology video, and he's got this serious face, this serious attitude, and he's showing regret. And you start to actually think that he's genuinely apologizing, like he's actually realized that him acting like a complete lunatic towards DanTDM is something that he's realized now, and he's like, what, I shouldn't have done that. But then you realize that he played us. He played us with this apology, and then he starts to laugh and smile, and you're just like, uh-oh, yeah, no, I can tell something's up. And then, he bursts out in laughter, and then that's when you're like, all right, okay, I get it. He decided to play us. And then he just says, hey, drink Prime and eat Lunchly. Because that's basically what him and Logan Paul have just devolved into at this point. That's just all they ever talk about, drink Prime, eat Lunchly, drink Prime, eat Lunchly. And yeah, so after that, he's like, oh yeah, stay mad, DanTDM fans. And then he does that thing with like, womp womp, which is like literally something that we used to do in kindergarten. Okay, so then this grown man is doing that kindergarten thing. And yeah, that's supposed to be this epic own, and then he just laughs a whole bunch, and then the video just ends. And so this clip was posted onto KSI Clips, and on that video you can see how the like to dislike ratio is pretty insane. And so you can see how the likes are 1.9k likes, and then the dislikes are 9.2k. So yeah, he's getting absolutely ratioed here. So that just goes to show how people feel about this quote-unquote apology video. And then if we go into the comments, you can see the comment here that says, DanTDM made one tweet, and hasn't said a word since. And 3 YouTubers have broken down over it. Maturity at its finest. And it got 1.3k likes. Yeah, this is a really good point right here. DanTDM only made that one initial tweet about, what happened to YouTubers, man. That tweet that he made in the beginning. That tweet is something that is still like fueling all of this drama. Because KSI and Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast not so much, but KSI and Logan Paul have just been responding to that one tweet over and over again, and basically just milking it for content at this point. And yeah, it's just ridiculous at this point, guys. Like, that tweet at this point should have been irrelevant. That whole situation should have been irrelevant at this point. But the fact that they just, they keep making content about that over and over again. And the funny part is how DanTDM doesn't even respond. Every time they say something about it, DanTDM just stays silent. He's just like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna fuel this whole situation by reacting to it, because that's just gonna give them more content, and it's just gonna make the drama even worse. And DanTDM is someone that usually just stays away from drama. It's very rare for him to actually get involved in things like these, which goes to show that he must have felt really, really strongly about this whole Lunchly situation for him to actually say that, hey, look, I don't like this, and you guys shouldn't be doing this. That initial tweet that he put out is something very out of character for Dan. So yeah, it goes to show that whatever they were doing was something that in his eyes was just so bad that he had to speak out. Then here we have another comment that says, KSI losing his fan base any percentage speed run. Yeah, nah, for real though, KSI, his own fan base is starting to turn against him, and you can see that in these comments ahead. So let's take a look. This comment right here says, what's the point of this video? To make his fan base hate him more? And then here we have this other comment that says, doesn't he realize that it's not just DanTDM fans who are starting to hate him? So yeah, this just goes to show how even his own fan base is starting to turn against him, and the general discourse online is starting to become very anti-KSI now, because that's just the consequence of his actions. That's what happens when you start acting this way online. People are gonna see, even people who used to admire you and used to really like you are gonna start to see you for who you are and how you're acting, and they're gonna start to dislike you. Now here we have a comment that says, thought he was actually gonna do it. Why am I so gullible? Yeah, well, KSI is not the kind of guy to admit that he's wrong and then, on top of that, apologize, like put out a proper apology and everything. KSI, he's the kind of guy that will just, have a stance on something and then no matter what, he's just gonna stick to it. No matter who calls him out, no matter how much you try to reason with this guy, he's just gonna act like this. And honestly, dude, I don't really remember KSI always being like this. Maybe it's just that perhaps I wasn't keeping up with him too much back in the day, but was KSI always like this? Because maybe it's possible that now he's changed and his attitude now has become like this. And there's actually a comment here that might give us an idea about why this is happening. So this comment says, "Bro, what is JJ doing? I'm so disappointed. He's been hanging out with Logan too much." Yeah, okay, so this right here is possibly the reason why. So because of his collabs with Logan Paul, he has Prime, that whole drink brand, and then now he has Lunchly as well. So because of all this, because of being so closely associated with Logan Paul and spending so much time with him, it seems like that's starting to cause him to have that kind of attitude now. He's starting to get really stubborn and cocky. And so, yeah, maybe KSI wasn't always like this, but now this is just how he is. This is a personality shift now. And to him, this whole thing is just one big joke. He's just laughing at everybody and he's laughing at this whole situation. And he's not able to reflect and think to himself that, hey, you know what, maybe I did something wrong. So, yeah, guys, that's what I had to say about this whole situation. Now, I want to hear what you have to say down in the comments below. So, leave a comment and let me know what you think. We can have a discussion down there. And with all that being said, guys, this is Alexi, signing out.